Alright, this is John Cola with OKRaw.com. Today we're at the swap shop here in sunny, or overcast, sunny and overcast, tropical Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So at the swap shop they claim that they have a farmer's market, and they definitely have a produce, and that's the produce area, and they have a farmer's market or produce area on the other side as well of the building. And I wouldn't necessarily call it a farmer's market, it's just a lot of resellers selling produce, but you know, let's go over there. Alright, so this is the farmer's market area here at the swap shop. There's two sides. There's this side, which is the larger side, and then there's one in the front. I'd recommend coming to this side. It's a little bit more easy, or a little bit nicer. Although, you know, they don't have a whole lot of organic produce. They have a pretty, you know, wide variety of things, but nothing really organic. But yeah, definitely go visit Wilson, and we're going to see Wilson next. Alright, so we're here at Wilson's Sunshine Natural Organic Produce and Juice. And Wilson sells the best coconuts here at the swap shop. And he also sells amazing sugar cane. So he has not one, but two varieties of sugar cane. So he has this awesome dark purple sugar cane, and then he has the common, you know, more common green sugar cane over here. And lots of sugar cane. He's actually making some sugar cane juice for me on the dark kind. He actually peels it first. So, I mean, this is a labor-intensive, you know, job to make sugar cane juice and make it come out really good. I mean, this is the best sugar cane juice that you're gonna find. So Wilson, tell me really quick about the you know, the difference between the purple and the green sugar cane.
The purple cane is sweeter and smoother. That means it's softer to eat with your teeth than taking the juice out of it. So I've been selling that here for the past 5 years, and all my customers very happy. They're very happy drinking it and eating it, juicing it. Everything I do is like on the perfect world we're living here.
All right, yeah, and Wilson's, he's a fellow raw foodist. How many years now, Wilson, have you been raw?
Over 10 years, more, going to 12 years now.
12 years raw, and he's a runner. Check him out, he's in great shape. Look at this guy.
That's right.
All right, so Wilson's gonna start making juice. It takes a lot of force to juice sugar cane, and then basically there's two stainless steel rollers in there that are literally crushing the sugar cane juice out, and you know, look at it pop and all the juice come out. And Wilson here, he filters the juice as it comes out. You know, you gotta watch. A lot of places don't filter the juice, and some places will even add extra sugar in your juice. Wilson would never do that here. His sugar cane is so sweet, you don't need to add any extra sugar. Check it out. Watch his sugar cane get juice. Look at all that juice squeezing out and just popping out. Oh man, this stuff is so good. So he's making me a half gallon. You can drink it here, or I'll sell you it in a little half-gallon to-go container. And every time I come, I'll get, you know, 2 half-gallons and take it with me. Look at that. Look at all the strength it takes to push the sugar cane into the juicer there. That's right. Alright, so besides making fresh sugarcane juice, Wilson will sell you whole sugarcane stalks, either the purple kind, which are the best and softer, actually, they're better for eating, or the green kind of stalk, or actually what he'll even do is, you know, I really recommend getting this stuff right here. This is the purple stuff that he basically took the sides off of, the purple coloring off of, because that's, you know, doesn't taste good. He's already peeled it for you, and this is ready to eat. This is a to-go bag of sugar cane, so you just put that in your mouth and start chewing, and you know what? Let your teeth be the juicer. And man, this stuff is so good. So if you come to visit Wilson, get some sugar cane juice, and you know, get some cold coconut water. We're gonna see that in a minute, and you know, take away some of this sugar cane in a bag. Oh my God, it's so good. All right, so here at Wilson's at Sunshine Natural Organic Produce, he also has ice cold coconuts actually sitting on ice. And you know, he has, you can see here, a pile of coconuts. And you know what? Do yourself a favor and let Wilson pick you out your coconut. I mean, I'm pretty good at picking coconuts, but he's the expert. I mean, I could come down and tell you a couple things. You could come over here and feel a couple coconuts he has. And you know what? You don't want one if it's really light. If it's really light, that means it's kind of getting older. The meat's really thicker. The water may not taste as good. But if that's what you want, get a light one. But what you will want is, you know, you're going to want a nice sized coconut. Now this happens to be very, very light right here. You're going to want a nice sized coconut that's nice and heavy. And those ones are generally the young ones. Oh yeah, here's one nice and heavy. These are generally the young ones. The other thing I want to point out too is if you're coming from a, you know, northern climate that doesn't have fresh coconuts, the Thai coconuts that you're gonna get in the store, you know, they're gonna taste a lot different than these young, fresh coconuts here in Florida. You know, in Thailand, they basically mass farm those coconuts, and all those coconuts are like, you know, Fuji apples and coconuts. They're all the sweetest coconuts. They always taste the same. So here at Wilson's, and in nature, you'll have all these different coconuts. And you know what? I could open up each one, and each one's gonna taste different, except for the fact that maybe some are on the same rack, or so some are actually brothers and sisters. Now, brother and sisters on the tree coconuts generally taste the same, but you know, different coconuts taste different. The older ones definitely won't be as sweet. The younger ones will be sweet. Sometimes they'll get champagne-y. I had one a little bit earlier that was a little bit champagne-y. And you know, let's now go see Wilson in action. He's gonna open me a coconut, I'm gonna eat it, and then he'll actually open it again, and then you know, give me a spoon. He'll make a spoon actually out of the coconut husk, and then I'll actually eat that too, and we'll show that here in a minute. Okay, so he's cutting the coconut, a fresh coconut open for me. Nice, I asked him for a nice young jelly meat. Let's see if we got one. So coconuts come in different kinds, jelly meat and non-jelly meat. The jelly meat actually are the kind that have a lot softer, and the harder meat, so this is kind of in between. This is almost not quite jelly, a little bit harder, but it's not as hard as some of the other meats. So, you know, he'll serve it to you and put a straw in, and you'll get to drink it out. And so I'm gonna go ahead and drink the coconut. This coconut's nice and sweet, and is a little bit champagne-y, so it's a little bit bubbly, and I like that. It's actually nice and sweet and champagne-y. So actually, you know, if you're drinking them, about this age is actually a good age to drink. Sometimes when they're jelly meat, it's not, the coconuts actually aren't quite as sweet. But you know what? Every coconut's different, and you never know what you're gonna get. I think Forrest Gump said that. All right, Wilson, and open another coconut for me, and look at this one. This one's a nice jelly meat, so you can tell, here's the difference. That's a really thin meat, and then this one is much, much thicker. And this one's gonna taste really good. All right, so I just drank the coconut, and Wilson's gonna chop it open. And he chopped it open really quick. And look at that meat in there. It's really nice and baby. This is actually called a jelly meat. It's actually really good, and check it out. He's gonna make a spoon out of the coconut husk. So he cut that little spoon off, and then you could take the spoon off, and you're gonna just use it like a spoon like this and scoop out the meat.
Scoop out the meat like that.
Scoop out the meat like that. Look at him do it. And then you just eat it. It's so delicious. All right, so this is John Cola with OKRaw.com, and we're just now leaving the swap shop here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, off Sunrise Boulevard on the I-75. It's literally just minutes away from Fort Lauderdale or FLL Airport, and I always make this my first stop after I fly in on a trip, and I definitely rehydrate with coconut water. So you saw how Wilson cuts open the fresh coconuts, and he'll make you sugarcane juice. Great place to visit, wonderful place. So go see Wilson at the swap shop here, Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.